being here today is huge. You telling other chefs and educating your peers about these subspecies is huge.
I'd love to, introduce Jared and his team from Red's Best and let them tell you a little bit about what we got going on, and then we'll get to cutting some fish.
And I know a lot of people use the sea bream and the dorade and stuff from Greece. I would love to see more people using scup. It's a local item. It's like our fish. It looks the same.
From an ocean conservation perspective, I talk to chefs and they're like, just what's one easy thing I can do? Boom, that's it. Go put some scup on your menu.
Local squid. We have a local inshore squid season. You can literally see the boats fishing in Vineyard Sound. That gets going about May 1st.
These guys are bringing in seafood that is, it's literally coming right off the boats. They have a traceability system in place that can be verified back to the boat.
And fluke. Everybody uses flounder, but in the summer we have, we're a big fluke dealer in Massachusetts. In the summer, these are inshore boats, so they're state boats, fishing within 3 miles. They're only allowed 300 pounds a day, so they're like really, really top quality fish. Winter flounder, which is typically, if somebody just says flounder, that's a winter flounder or a blackback. We have some which we're gonna cut. There's yellowtail flounder, another really good tasting, underutilized fish.
Stand back and watch and enjoy the show.
This fish got a little bones over here. Sometimes the people, everybody don't like bones. You go up over here. You don't want that bone over there. And you go down over here a little bit.
So he's cutting around the bone.
One thing that's important when you're cutting fish, and I don't know if you guys have taken from it already, but he's not doing a sawing motion ever. It's really just, they're all smooth. When he starts working his way down the back, essentially it's one cut all the way down.
In the restaurant, you do like that.
I've seen like crazy stuff in the bellies of monkfish. There's like bluefish that are longer than the actual monkfish that are like could be marketable. They're so fresh. It's like how they come. Anyway, on the boat you just cut the head off, and then it comes this, like, we call this a saddle, and it has this sort of skin that he's taking off.
A little slower.
Skatelings are somewhat challenging. They're just sort of like a rough animal.
It's difficult, but the one thing in the restaurant, we'll take a pair of scissors and do what he did with the knife, and just cut it down that way. And there's two. You've got a top and a bottom, and typically the bottom fillet is a lot thinner. The top fillet will be a little bit thicker.
Blackback flounder, local flounder, they do get a little bigger than that. We sell live scallops, very well managed because there's so much money in it. They manage them. And there is a dayboat scallop fishery in Massachusetts. State waters, which means within 3 miles, there's boats that fish scallops every day. This isn't for commercial use, disclaimer, because we're not licensed to shuck shellfish. I'm gonna eat these. Somebody is, we're not gonna sell them.
If you flick it, it's all still moving around. I've heard people grill them, broil them, bake them. The roast sacks come out just so delicious.
And that was my selling point. I came over here one day and he's like, I just got these scallops and whatnot, and he pulls one out and it starts moving, and that's the only scallop I've bought ever since. This is all about New England, and a lot of times we focus a lot of our efforts on pig and beef and chickens and all that stuff, and we forget what kind of made Boston what Boston is today. So I really appreciate you coming down.
Oh, perfect, like big white fillet. That's not so bad.